we are focusing on dialogic reading strategies for the CDA exam, specifically the peer sequence and crowd prompts. This topic is central to the CDA Competency Standard 2, which covers advancing intellectual competence and specifically Functional Area 6 on communication and literacy. The core idea you must demonstrate in your portfolio and observation is that reading is a conversation, not a performance. The first tool for this is the peer sequence. Peer stands for prompt, evaluate, expand, and repeat. Imagine you're reading a book about a fire truck. First, you prompt the child by pointing and asking, "What is this?" The child might say, "Truck." Next, you evaluate their response. "That's right." Then you expand on it. "It's a big red fire truck with a long ladder." Finally, you repeat the prompt, asking again, "What is this called?" to see if they absorb the new vocabulary. This creates a learning loop. To come up with good prompts, you'll use the CROWD acronym. These are the 5 types of prompts you can use to start a peer sequence. C stands for completion prompts, like leaving a blank in a familiar phrase. The wheels on the bus go round and that. R is for recall, asking the child to remember something from earlier in the story. O is for open-ended questions, which have no single right answer, such as, "Tell me what's happening in this picture." W is for which questions, the classic who, what, where, when, and why questions about the illustrations. Finally, D stands for distancing prompts, which connect the book to the child's own life. For example, "This bear is eating honey. Do you remember when we had honey on our toast yesterday?" A major exam trap is confusing peer and crowd. Your CDA observer and portfolio reviewer need to see that you understand their relationship. Crowd is not a separate method. It's the set of tools you use for the prompt step within the peer sequence. Here's a mnemonic to keep them straight. The crowd of questions helps you get into the peer group conversation. On the exam or during your observation, you won't be asked to just define these terms. You'll need to apply them. You might describe a read aloud in your portfolio, and you must use the language of these strategies to show your competence. During your observation, the verifier will be watching to see if you turn the book into a dialogue, actively pulling the child into the role of a storyteller. Remember to also use the basics of a good read aloud. Sit close, point to pictures and words, and use expressive voices. Rereading the same favorite books is also a key strategy, as repetition is powerful for building vocabulary and comprehension. For free practice questions, AI-powered explanations, and more exam prep tools, visit openexamprep.com. That's openexamprep, all one word, .com.